I just wanted to, I was just taking time for myself, choosing me in the now moment, and I just wanted to share it. I'm switching some stuff up today. I used to do this for myself all the time, and I think life got in the way and I forgot, but now we remember. So, anywho, I got some sage going, and I have a whole lot of it. Nobody cares here. This is Watts Raw Authentic Self. I was just going to give a little rundown, I think, for the past year. I need to have a more in-depth conversation. It'll take some more time, but... And also, on my way out, I've got tarot cards. I'm not a tarot reader for, like, other people. I have for other people, but it's not something that I sit and do. It's more for myself. You know, I have to have the book. For other people, I get nervous. But anyways, these are the How to Love Yourself. My sister got these for me a few years ago. I say a few years ago. It might be longer than that. But now we're back to awakening, and I'm remembering what I need to do, what I'm supposed to do, what I want to do for myself, take the time out. So I'm just going to pull one of those in a minute. Just for, you know, it's self-love, How to Love Yourself cards. It's a deck of 64 affirmations. I know that we have everything we need on the inside, but sometimes positive things help myself get into the perspective of my mind. Get out of my mind and into my heart. That's what I'm trying to say. Well, life has been... Things have been happening for quite some time on this journey. I first started this holistic path. My son is 11, so it was right when I came home from Florida. I came home with what I had on in a diaper bag because of the narcissistic relationship that I was in. I had been in for 4 going on 5, almost 5 years, I think. 4. But that's for another video. But we're just gonna start from just last year. This time last year, February, I ran into Courtney, the Divinely Aligned channel, and she is absolutely amazing, and you need to check her out. Subscribe to her channel. It's very enlightening. If it's the frequency match for you, we know how it works. But it's about choosing you and making time for yourself. Well, when you're stuck in the world and in the 3D, I guess, and then it's like, what do you mean choose me? Because we're so sucked into all this job and life that has us sucked in. Well, as I was listening to her in Zero, I also came across another inspirational video by another channel. And the channel is called, you'll have to look it up. The name of the channel is called A Black Girl in the Woods, and she left her city life and moved and shows her. And in one of the videos that I found that I had came across was, you know, how she woke up to everything going on. And we do that in life, and we know, but just taking that, I say we do that and we know, do we? Anyway, I'll get off on my tangents. She moved herself to a property with a little pond on it and a pop-up camper. And that's what we did. everything was just so pressure with bills, the job, everything, everything. They want more from you, but they don't want to pay you anymore. And it's just, I was in a pressure cooker. I worked for a school system. I was, the only reason I worked for the school system is because my son went there. I've already, I've more than educated to have associates in applied science. I've done the herbalism, the aromatherapy, all the Reiki classes. Like, I'm more than qualified. But I wanted to be there with my son, and I'm also going through school, and it just allowed me to be there with him and to be there for no matter what happened, because stuff happens. There was 7 buildings, almost 40 custodians, and I was constantly people pleasing. Oh my God, like, and by the time I got home, there was no time to do anything for myself. Like, sit down and do something for myself? What the fuck? I just worked all day. I did. In my mind, I paid bills. I sacrificed all my time to get the greenbacks, Well, that all came crashing down in November. We had already moved to the property with the pop-up camper. And my plan was, when I moved here to the pop-up camper, it's going to continue working. And my other half, too, he's on this awakening journey, and we're all on it in a different... if this is the journey, some of us are here, some of us are here. We're all in a different location, on our journey, where it's all a personal experience. Well, we made that choice, and we did the pop-up camper, and we're here, and then this was before November, and then November came around, and everything, the job, like, when I say realities don't match, and you start choosing you, and your realities starts realigning itself, I'm not kidding. The people around you, well, they totally, my son got hurt at school, and I had to take my time to take care of him. And it all happened on school property. It happened twice. And because I had to use my time, when I say my time, the sick days, the personal days, everything, all my time to care for him. Because other employees that was supposed to be supervising at the time did not do it. I care. I'm a mother. I take care. We take care of our children. Well, I had to take that time away from there. Well, I got taken to the office. I'm on 8 minutes. The reason I'm looking at my time is because for some reason YouTube won't let me post anything right now. I'm above 15 minutes. I'm a new channel, and anyways, I'll work out all the quirks, and I will figure this out. But when the week of the kids were already on Thanksgiving break, and I'm talking about November 2025. I got pulled into the office, and they told me because I had went 2 days over the time that I'm allowed to miss, okay? Normally, they come to you, and they'll be like, we got to, and I would have worked over. I have worked so much overtime for this place, it's ridiculous, because they're short custodians. Because they're using an old quote from a cleaning company for offices instead of a school. But anyways, that's nor here nor there. So we chose us, we pop-up camper, we're at the property, everyday life of work and work. Anyways, then we get to this moment in November where they pulled me to the office and told me that I had to work all the way past Christmas with no paycheck. Because I was in a contract. Who? What American? What? And I do have another half, but I'm a single mom. My boyfriend, my child is my responsibility. And they told me that I had to work for free during Thanksgiving and Christmas. Like, what? After everything, what? So things started changing around me, and these people that once were in my corner, it was like I was working with strangers. But now I understand, our reality is unfolding already. Whew. But anyways, a day came where it was my last day. I sent the text message in. It was December the 15th, and the 19th was my son's last day. But the 15th, I told them why, I told them, why did I even have to tell them why? Like, where has the common sense went? But anyway, so I chose me. I walked away from the job, and I took my son out of the public school system. Also, what happened in November is that I opened up my LLC, and this was before this happened. And see, everything, November the 1st on the paperwork is when it came for the LLC. So my next couple paychecks, I was going to be getting the business license and stuff. I make like body butters and lip balm, but that's nor here nor there neither. Anyway, so because they did that, it's like I chose me, got the pop camera, moved to the property, everything's, the homesteads, the vision that I have in my mind, we're getting ready to plant stuff for loofahs, and my son's going to raise loofahs, and I'm getting him on his entrepreneur, he's 11, he can be an entrepreneur, and this world's so screwed up on what we've been programmed to think what we're supposed to be doing and what we actually can do. We can choose us and choose our life and our reality. And I've been an entrepreneur. I've owned 2 businesses, but when I had my child, you get scared because entrepreneurship's just, it's at that moment in time before I was a mom. But anyway, everything's much different in my thought process and what I've created for myself over these past years, and I'm working on my bachelor's degree. I want to become a holistic doctor. So everything that's going on consciously right now is totally, it uprooted my world because I was never taught to connect with myself, my I am. And that's brought a whole new level of the healing that I bring to myself and my child. I ask my son questions, as I'm healing, because that's how we learn. Like, how does this make you, how's it, and he'll either like, Mommy, I feel so calm, and it helps me sleep, and I just wanted to, I know I've probably rattled, and if people are still listening, I hope this resonates with you, but I've just, choose you, and your reality will crash and burn around you. Don't focus on that. You stay here. You stay here, and you keep focused on you, your vision, your reality that you want to create for yourself. Everything is crashed. When I say crashed and burned, and here comes the garbage truck. So you might hear some noises. But I'm at 13:29. Anywho, and it'll cut me off here in a second. But, the card. Let's hurry and pull one. That was gonna... Well, 3 popped out. It says on the back, it says, I know and affirm that my body is a friendly place to live. Self-love. The love that I used to give once people, I pour here. The other side says, I have respect for my body and I treat it well. I affirm positive things about my body and tell it I love it often. That's probably backwards. I'll figure all this stuff out. But you guys have a great day. Just take a moment out for yourself, and life will unfold if we just get out of our own way.